Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 7 video, bringing you a Regigigas team. Now, Regigigas has been a Pokemon that has been highly requested by a lot of people in the comment section. Remember, if you guys have a suggestion for me, I do want to hear about it. There were a lot of people that suggested things like Celesteela, things like Blacephalon, things like Garchomp, so we will probably be having teams that feature those Pokemon later in the future. But if you guys have teams that you want me to play, remember to just go ahead and let me know down below in the comment section. I'll try my best to build them. I obviously can't get to everybody, but if there's a Pokemon that's in high demand, then obviously I'll try to get to it. Along with the fact that, hey, you can thumbs up other people's comments. The more thumbs on a comment, the more I guess I'm enticed to use it. So go ahead and like read other people's comments and start interacting and stuff like that. But anyway, we have Regigigas today because this was requested. Regigigas with, of course, Wheezing, because we need a neutralizing gas to get rid of our very, very terrible ability on Regigigas. Running max speed adamant Jolly Regigigas. This is gonna be our Dynamax. We're gonna see how well that does. I don't know if that's too frail for the current meta, but I thought it would be fun. Just go Turbo Gigas alongside the Wheezing with neutralizing gas just to get rid of the really bad ability. And, you know, Regigigas' stats are ridiculously high, so by getting rid of our slow start, we could just do a stupid amount of damage, especially with max strike and giga impact. Like, that's just going to be an amazing amount of damage, like base 160 attack. But moving on to the rest of the team, we do have another very strong physical attacker in the Cinderace, just in case we can't seem to get Regigigas going, or in case our Wheezing makes absolutely no sense. We have another very solid Dynamax option that doesn't need a lot of setup, just very straightforward Cinderace, along with the Landorus just for Intimidate and, you know, being annoying. Being one of the most irritating Pokemon in the current meta. Hey, I mean, you could probably stick it on any team. It also is a hard counter to things like Regieleki, which is really, very popular in the meta right now. So you can run the Landorus to deal with that. They deal with that very well. Can only really be stopped by like a Rillaboom and like setting up grassy terrain so that we're not able to OHKO. But hey, if that's the case, we could Dynamax this guy. Moving on with the Finny, we have another very busted Pokemon in this metagame. #1 usage, trumping Incineroar and both Landorus. It's one of the best water types, if not the best water type in the current meta. It has a very great type. It completely removed the necessity for Primarina from the game. I don't know if this is just flavor of the month or something, but this Pokemon is bonkers. It lives way too much. It does way too much damage if you Dynamax. It also deals with the current meta way too well, which is why Finny is amazing. I did not predict this. I thought it was going to be awful. But guess what? It's the most popular Finny. It's the most popular Pokemon in the metagame. So let's try it out. And then we have Cress, just to give us a little bit of a Trickromancer, but that's pretty much it. Anyway, that's the team. I hope you guys are excited to see it here on the channel. If you haven't already, hit the like button down below. Go ahead and do so. Shooting for 250 likes in this episode. Let's see what Regigigas can do. Alright, that's a Garchomp. Okay. A lot of people request a Garchomp. So it's gonna be a little bit excited to see what Garchomp has to offer here. I might be taking down some notes whenever I want to make a Garchomp team. But anyway, it looks like what we do here is pretty simple. Let's let's just go for the Wheezing Regigigas. I don't see any terrifying fighting types on his side of the field except for the Urshifu, and as long as he's not Scarfed, we could always outspeed the Urshifu and KO it with the Wheezing. So I'm not too concerned about that. Along with the rest of his team, what do we bring against Andrew? Do we bring the Cinderace? I feel like Cinderace is nice here. This might be a Cinderace Finny moment. I think Finny deals with a large sum of his team as well. Can take out the Urshifu, can take out the Talonflame and the Garchomp, and can deal with the Primarina in a 1v1 as long as he doesn't have Energy Ball. I feel like we win that 1v1. Anyway, let's see what Andrew's going to lead with. I hope we get to see a Garchomp in this game. And I hope Regigigas and Wheezing can work. I have no idea how good it's going to be, but maybe it can do something. That was a Cherish Ball Metagross. Is that like the Steven Stone Gross? That's pretty cool. Bad news. He will get Tailwind up, and there's very little that we can do about it, so let's just go for the Protect with the Wheezing for now. And let's go for the Dynamax Max Strike onto Talonflame. We can lower Talonflame's, I mean, there's a chance that we outspeed the Talonflame here. If he's Tanky Flame, then he doesn't get Gale Winds right here. So the Tailwind will probably not go off. But He's probably not tanky flame. This also means that the clear body is not active, so we will get the -1 speed drop onto the Metagross as well, which is not too shabby. We're gonna protect with our Weezing. My opponent does not Dynamax his Pokemon, which is cool. And he is gonna get the Tailwind up no matter what, because he is the fastest thing on the field. There is very little we could do to prevent a Talonflame from being a Talonflame. Choice? No, it was just a Tailwind. I was about to say Choice Scarf Metagross. Wee woo, wee woo. No, it's not. Max Strike will connect onto the Talonflame. This should KO. Sash. Okay, it would have KO'd. Now what? Do you try to go for the double protect, or do we just go for the Willow? I'm gonna try to Willow the Metagross. I'm gonna make an attempt. And this could be a pretty good opportunity to get another Max Strike off. I'm gonna target the Talonflame again, just because I don't want to hit the Metagross yet. The Metagross could Dynamax if it wants. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. And Talonflame was for Roost. That's honestly big as well. I was worried about a double in to my my Weezing, but that's not gonna happen, thankfully. He's gonna get the EQ off. We tank that very well because we're a physical beast. He honestly makes a mistake there because he put his Talonflame on the ground and then EQ'd it out of existence. That's kind of funny. And now we put ourselves in a position to where this Metagross should be underspeeding again, because it is now -2. The Tailwind now doesn't have any effect. And that is a burn on the Metagross, which is probably weakness policy, which means I'm not afraid of its weakness policy anymore. And that also does hinder him from wanting to Dynamax it. Like, you don't want to Dynamax a burnt Mon, guys. Like, that is not something you want to do ever. So now we can kind of just fire off our Max Darkness into it the last turn. At least that's what I'm feeling. I'm honestly surprised by how much damage we did with the Max Strike. As he goes in with Primarina. Okay. That is not the best Pokemon that we could see right here, but let's go for the Sludge Bomb onto the Prim. Actually, let's Protect for now. I kind of don't care about the Metagross. Let's just Protect and go for Max Strike our last turn onto this Prim. The Metagross, we have so many. So many different Pokemon that we could deal with Metagross in the back, right? We have Cinderace, which is all we really need. We have Cinderace and Finny, but Cinderace is all we need to 1v1 the Metagross. Is my opponent going to Dynamax? Not yet. They're really holding on to their Dynamax. I mean, I don't mind. Primarina used Psychic. Whoa. That's different. Anyway, here's a Max Strike for you, Tom Tom. Oh. Dang. Relax. Regigigas. Meteor Mash? Does it look like I care? Oh, why is my Weezing allowed to stay on the turn and on the field for this long? I didn't even have to Protect. Oh no. Garchomp now. Okay. Well, Garchomp is gonna outspeed everything. I can't prevent this. The only thing I can do is make an attempt to KO the Garchomp. So, let's go for the Giga Impact. Let's go for the Strange Steam. And let's hope that one of the two hits the Garchomp. It won't OHKO if it's just a Strange Steam, but hey, if for some reason it's a Sash Chomp, which it's not because the Sash was on Talonflame, we might as well double in. He's gonna Dynamax the Chomp. Now this is big news for a couple reasons. Because now he can't EQ at least. And two, we get to see a Dynamax Chomp. First time I'm even seeing a Chomp in-game, let alone a Dynamax one on the first game that I do have. Hello, big thing. As he goes for the Wormwind. Okay, so he's going to attack the Regigigas. We don't take it. But we do get a free Strange Steam off, which is nice. Please don't be weakness policy, Chomp. That'd be so weird. A Life Orb. Okay, good. Oh, he outspeeds. Uh-oh. Even -3? I mean, yeah, he is Tailwinded, though. He's on his last turn of Tailwind, so that's at least nice. Can we get the Fusion? Nope. Yeah, there's the Tailwind Petering. We have options. Option number 1 is Cinderace, but option number 2 is more tantalizing. Let's go into our Fairy type. And now that we have 2 fairies on the field, I feel a little bit confident just being able to... Actually, let's protect here just in case it goes for the Quake under the Weezing spot. Let's go for this Moonblast onto the Chomp. I'm not gonna like Calm Mind here, since that could be very greedy. It could be viewed as very greedy, and I don't think it's that necessary. He is gonna go for the Quake here onto my Weezing, and we are gonna take it, which means we can keep our neutralizing gas in the field for 1 more turn. Problem is, he's gonna raise his special defense, which means the Moonblast probably will not KO here. Yeah, it won't KO. And if he raises his special defense 1 more time, then it definitely won't KO next turn either. He goes for the Meteor Mash on to our Finny. Does not take us out because of the burn, but he does get the attack raise. That's annoying. What can we do? I guess we have to let Weezing go down. We will double into Chomp, and we will call it a day there. It's actually very good that I didn't go for Calm Mind, because the Chomp is going to be able to raise its special defense alongside with me raising my special attack, so it's actually not going to do anything. At least this way I'm able to get some damage off. He's going to Quake my Weezing, take out my Weezing, get its special defense +1, lose Life Orb damage, and then we'll see how much Moonblast does. I don't think I KO anymore, but I will have Cinderace in the next time, which means I should be able to just pop this Chomp whenever I want. And this is also nice because I get the Misty Surge up, which I reduce Dragon moves now by 50%. This might still KO. Perfect! Awesome, that works. Finny, folks! Now, it's the world versus a Metagross. A Metagross that played with fire. You get the double +1. Okay, my opponent is getting a lot of free hacks. That's like a 10% chance twice. Yeah, let's just go into Cinderace and let's... See, I'm afraid to miss this Power Ball. But it's like the only thing we can really do, right? So let's go for the Power Ball. Let's go for the Muddy Water. 2 very inaccurate moves. We can still lose this. Okay, now we hit it. Nice. Awesome. So pretty much everything worked out the way that I planned in this first battle. I essentially wanted to showcase that Regigigas is the Dynamax lead. It's paired alongside the Weezing. We have to keep it on the field as long as Weezing's on the field. And then in the back, we have Cinderace and Landorus and Pokemon like that to clean up whatever Regigigas couldn't. Anyway, GG, on to the next one. Okay, this strategy is so terrifying. My opponent running the Landorus Finny core just like we are, but alongside that, they're running the Comfy and Moltres core to proc the Moltres weakness policy and continuously proc Berserk as well. I am terrified, but hey, we can lead with the Gigas, we can lead with the Weezing. I think that's a pretty safe lead here, because we can turn off all abilities, which would prevent us to maybe prevent this Triage Comfy from doing something. We will be able to speed tie with my Regigigas at the very least, and that's predicting it not to be like a max speed Comfy, which it probably isn't. Along with the rest of the team, I do think Cinderace is honestly nice here, just like as like a backmon. I could totally see Cinderace working. I could totally see the Landorus working. Maybe we'll do Finny, and then Landorus. Let's do Cinderace. I don't think we need Landorus too much. The Landorus would really only help if that wasn't a Metagross, because Metagross does have the Intimidate. I don't think I have to bring the Crest for Trick Room. My opponent does not look like they want to go for Trick Room. It looks like mainly they want to go for Tailwind. But yeah, we'll see what the lead is. I'm assuming Jacob just wants to lead with the Comfy and the Moltres. That seems like to be the whole core of his strategy there. I didn't see any Bulldoze either, so I mean, it either could be Bulldoze Landorus or it's just EQ Landorus with Weakness Policy Metagross. Okay, there it is. Okay. It is just Landorus and interesting. We have the Neutralizing Gas, so we can't actually get intimidated. And he has the the fun moves turned off. So what can we do here? I'm gonna protect because that's pretty obvious. Most players do just go for the first turn protect, and I think this song is so regal. What do we do here? I guess we just go for the max strike. Onto the Landorus. We'll try to pop a Landorus here while lowering the Metagross speed. That sounds pretty good to me. He will get his weakness policy up, but as long as we can just nerf the Metagross speed for now, then we should be able to Will-O-Wisp it next turn with my Weezing, which is my primary goal here. Anyway, Dynamax Regigigas. He's probably gonna Dynamax his Metagross. Remember, we're max speed, so we should be Dynamaxing first. Yeah, there it is. There's a Dynamax on Metagross. Now, what is the better Titan? Hopefully, he did not predict me to protect, even though every Weezing player protects first turn. No matter what, it almost always happens. I was almost tempted to go sub-protect on this Weezing. For that fact. That we could just do that over and over just to keep our thing alive. Anyway, he's gonna go for Rock Slide, not even EQ, so he's not gonna get a weakness policy off with his Metagross. That's amazing. I'd rather that. Anyway, that's a max strike onto the Landorus. It's not gonna OHKO, but it is gonna lower the Landorus speed, which is actually pretty good. Very good for us. Get the Landorus away from that Choice Scarf. We are now faster than the Landorus, and he's going to go for the Steel Spike onto the Weezing. We should be able to take this very well. Nice. So now I think our goal is to burn this Metagross with our Will-O-Wisp, and then just take out the Landorus. And by burning it, we should also live another turn, which is amazing. Let's just go for the Willow, and let's go for what will benefit us the most. I guess we might as well go for a Steel Spike. We raise our own defenses. We really try to mitigate his damage output while stalling out his Dynamax, I think is the play here. The only issue is that he's also raising his defenses. We can't really prevent him. And it's honestly very bad because everything that we have... He's still faster. Dang it. That's not good. Whatever. Well, everything that we have to deal with this Metagross is still physical. That's like a really big issue. But let's just get rid of his friends for now. Weezing flinches. That's big. Oh no. No, flinch. Oh, that's bad. He gets slow start reactivated. This is really bad. Oh, that's gonna ruin us. That is honestly gonna ruin us. I can't get myself going. Oh no. Let's do we even bother Cinderace? We're not gonna do enough damage. Let's go with Finny. At least we can protect it for one turn. This is the problem with Metagross, folks. This right, not Metagross, Regigigas. This right here. The fact that we are not able to keep the Weezing alive will just ruin this whole strategy. Okay, let's go for Protect just to protect us from the Steel Spike, and let's go for Max Strike onto the Finny. It is our highest damage output, so we might as well do it. We will be getting it off before the Metagross is able to get a Steel Spike off for the Finny as well. The only problem is we are going to be at half health. And not half health, half speed and half attack. Ugh, calm mind. Please stop. Don't do this to me. He feels confident enough to set up here. I mean, I would too. I just had slow start activated. Oh, which means he might still outspeed. No, we still outspeed. That's good, at least. Look at that, how little that does now. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Goes for the Quake. Is going to raise his special defense here into the Finny. Thankfully we take it because we're a Finny. But still. That is a little terrifying. His Finny is actually at +2 special defense right now and +1 attack. Like, what do we have to go for here? I guess we have to go for accuracy drops, the Muddy Water. We could go for Combines ourselves, but it wouldn't actually make a difference in this scenario. So let's actually just go for the Axie drops. Followed by... See, I don't want to go for a Giga Impact. Let's go for Iron Head flinches onto the Finny. We did get the -1 speed on the Finny, which is really good. Come on, what is this luck, guys? We get flinched, we just miss a Muddy Water on the target that we wanted to hit the Muddy Water on. We get the Axie drop on Finny at least, but still. He still connects. Moonblast onto Gigas, we take it. And he did outspeed, which is a little bit bad. I was banking on outspeeding there. Followed by the Meteor Mash onto probably my Finny. Double into Gigas. Okay. And he gets the attack. What is this? Look. Come on. This luck is not... I'm not having it today. I'm going to try to get rid of the Finny while I can. I got to pray that he misses my Regigigas this turn. Because I want to try to get my Cinderace here safely. Come on. Okay, at least I missed the Finny this time. No accuracy drop. And he hits the Moonblast. Come on. Oh, well. He could still miss the Meteor Mash. Nope. That is probably dead Finny. Yeah, look at that. Well, we live at 21. Alright. What do we even do here? We bring in Cinderace for sure, right? Do we attempt the Power Ball onto the Metagross? Let's protect. Should we just take out Finny? With an Iron Head? While also turning ourselves into a Steel type? I think that's the play. If we take out Finny here, we might still have an opportunity to win. Like, I'm happy that we have at least a Cinderace left, right? Like, at least we have a pretty good Pokemon in the back. So let's change away from the Fire typing. And remove the Finny. Nice, okay. This is still a Metagross on the field, but it's a Metagross with no weakness policy, which is really nice. Meteor Mash. Nice. Okay. Whew. What is your last? Please be something easy. Mulch. I mean, it could be worse, right? It could be a lot worse. Let's Moonblast into Moltres. I don't think we can ignore this Metagross. I think it might be time to finally Pyro Ball here. Let's do it. Let's attack the Metagross. Switch to Fire type. This probably takes it at +2 defense, though. Yeah, look at that. Ugh. I needed some Muddy Water here as well. Oh, well. Fiery Wrath. This is going to be annoying. It does not KO my Pokemon, though. If Metagross attacks... And this probably takes this Moonblast, too. I give it Berserk. How do I stand a chance? I really need him to miss a move. Like, I really need him to miss a move. And he gets Weakness Policy plus Berserk. Does not miss anything. Oh, no. Double KO. Oh, what is that, dude? That's so dirty. That's so dirty. Oh, well. I mean, that's what we get. It all goes back to that Rock Slide flinch, guys. It all goes back to that one Rock Slide flinch that Metagross was never able to get burnt, and my Regigigas got virtually useless turn 1. On to the next. Ooh, Latias and Garchomp. Those are Pokemon we do not get to see too often. Those are also Pokemon that we can probably deal with very well. He does have double Tailwind possibilities on this team with the Tornadus and the Latias. And 2 Redirectors as well. The Redirector is going to be very annoying here. Especially the Amoonguss, because I do know that our Regigigas can't really deal with the Amoonguss too well, and neither can our Weezing, sadly. What we can do is we could decide to bring the... Let's do it. Let's honestly, let's do Weezing and Regigigas again. We'll bring Cinderace in the back. I think Cinderace is our best bet, followed by the Finny. I'm pretty sure we've brought the exact same Pokemon 4 times in a row, but I think they are our best Pokemon here. For this specific scenario, he doesn't have Trick Room, so we don't really have to bring the Cresselia. And the Landorus would be okay if he didn't have a Togekiss on his side of the field. And also, it doesn't really help with any Pokemon that they have except for the Garchomp. But in the Garchomp 1v1, we don't really have that benefit for us. Anyway, he didn't even lead with the Rotom, which is nice. He did lead with the Rotom. He did lead with the Amoonguss, which is amazing. So here we get rid of Levitate, and we get rid of the Prankster on the Tornadus. We could go for the Quake, which is super effective, or we could go for the Max Strike to lower the speed, but since he's going to go for the Tailwind anyway, let's go for Quake on Rotom. Let's just do a Quake on Rotom, and let's go for Protect. I guess we don't have to. We might as well go for a Strange Steam also into Rotom. The reason I'm saying this is because if he's going to Tailwind, that's one Pokemon that he's not attacking with this turn. So it'd be kind of a waste to Protect here if he's only attacking with one Pokemon. And I don't think that a Rotom can take out a Weezing, even if it Dynamaxes. Do I honestly believe that? I think it might. I'm pretty sure it might. Depends on how much investment is in this Rotom, but maybe Rotom just wants a nasty plot here. Okay, it doesn't Dynamax anyway. It does still get the Tailwind up because Tornadus should be the fastest thing on the field. Who carries Willow on their Rotom anymore? No. Oh, guess what? It didn't matter. That still does so much damage. What the heck? Okay. Oh, that's why it didn't matter. Good. We deserve it. And also not Citrus on Rotom. Are you eject button? Red card? What? Does Dynamax block red card, or did Neutralizing Gas block red card? I think the Dynamax blocked it. That's kind of funny. That makes it bad. It's funny how you can eject button out a Dynamax Pokemon when you can't red card them out. They're pretty much the same item, just backwards. That's kind of really funny. Okay, well anyway, apparently Regigigas likes to crit, so Regigigas, do that again. I need you to do that immediately. Right here, right now, do that again. Got rid of the Rotom. Let's go for the Max Strike onto the Chomp, and let's protect this because we might as well not lose our Fairy yet. There's no point in losing it right now. And I also don't feel like I have to start attacking the Tornadus. He might actually Dynamax this Garchomp here. No, okay, no Dynamax on Garchomp. Still preserving his Dynamax. I respect it. Goes for the EQ. Oh, he has just a bunch of flying types with Garchomp EQ. I see it now. I didn't see it in the beginning, but I see it now. I should be afraid because EQ does terrify my my Weezing a lot. We actually still do half damage to Chomp here. That's kind of big. My Weezing is bulky, but I don't know. I feel like I would need a lot of bulk to take that. I'm gonna go for Max Strike again onto the Chomp. Do we switch? I feel like my Weezing takes this. I'm gonna Strange Stream into Garchomp too. Weezing, make me proud. Look at that, we take it. Now we have to live the Hurricane as well. Oh, Taunt. Okay. If this Max Strike takes out the Garchomp, I get a free Strange Stream off here on the Tornadus. Amazing. Alright, I'm burnt, but my Regigigas still took out 2 Pokemon and got damage on their on their second to last. So this is still pretty nice. Confuse? Nope. I was hoping to get Confuse off before I bring in the Misty Terrain here next. But I also need to technically get rid of this Tornadus before I bring in my Cinderace. And that's a lot, yeah. Cinderace doesn't really want to see that either. There's a couple of ideas that I have. I'm going to Giga Impact the Latias. Because why not? And I think I want to not protect her because that's so obvious. Let's just go for the Strange Stream here on the Tornadus. I want to try to KO the Tornadus if I can. Or at least confuse it so I can bring in the Finny and not really care. Now, if my opponent plays his cards right, he can get a double KO here. He still does have a Dynamax intact as well, which he is going to use on the Ultra Ball. This could be anything here. I'm predicting the Latias since he doesn't want to really Dynamax his half health Mon. Yep, there it is. Okay. Latias, Latias, Latias. Thankfully, we have a Finny. Is this Latias weakness policy? Knuckle has Focus Blast. We take that very well. Did not expect that. Honestly, I was expecting to go down this turn. That's why I went for Giga Impact, but hey. That's funny. And Rain Dance. I guess neither of my Pokemon go down this turn. Alright. I guess that's a play. He avoids. Oh, that's actually nice. Because that means we can now... Ooh, that's nice. Smack yourself next turn, please. I need you to smack yourself the hardest you ever smacked yourself before. What's crazy is I think we don't take a... I'm going to double into Tornadus here just so I can get a KO. Oh, I messed that up. I did not mean to Strange Stream. Battle was canceled! He wasn't even playing the RNG game. He's like, no, I don't want to get confused. I mean, anyway, we were kind of in the driver's seat. Like, if my opponent got a double KO there, then we just have a Cinderace and a Finny left on the field, which Finny could deal with the Latias. Cinderace can be a Cinderace, so I think we actually still had that game. But anyway, if you guys want the rental code to this Regigigas team, we did go 2-1 today, which is not too shabby. We got a win, we got a loss, then got a win again. It is a big gimmick team. I will tell you that right now. It is not it's not meant to win every single battle, but it is a lot of fun to play. It's pretty much the only way you can play Regigigas without having to really worry about its ability. So you can play Regigigas competitively for the most part. So if you guys want to try out, here's the rental code. Make sure to grab it while you can because these are out for a limited time only. Guys, if rental code stops working, it just means that 5 videos passed. I can't add it back on because then the other videos don't get the attention they deserve. Anyway, I'm Kevin with Pokésports. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you guys continue to give Pokésports. If you guys are watching this to the very end, then you're a true champion. You're better than everyone else. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. I'm Kevin with Pokésports. A great night. Peace out.